wish you would have known so much about what you was talking about that you would have known who your child's father was.
I mean, I would have,
but go ahead.
It's not my
my
problem.
son Jeffrey had holes in his shoes and growing up going to school.
That's his dad's
Mama
fault.
had to, yeah.
But you do understand that you didn't even use the swabs right.
I would just hope, I don't know. Like I said, so.
No, you don't. Mr. Morris, you're here because you say certain facts have come to light and make you believe that you fathered one of Miss Thorpe's twins and not the other.
A man searches for answers regarding the paternity of his girlfriend's twin daughters and believes he fathered only one of the girls.
You claim a botched home DNA test separated you from your daughter, London, and you intend to rectify that issue today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Thorpe is straightforward and calls his claims ridiculous. Well, I second her on that. What even is that doubt? She further testified that Mr. Morris's efforts to go behind her back blew up in his face and that she intended to clean up his mess. Mr. Morris is asked to justify his doubts, and he says,
Originally, I was believed that both of them was mine. Over time, certain circumstances made me feel like neither were mine. And then after that, different things happened that made me believe just London was.
Up until now, I thought his claims were baseless, but what Judge Lawrence said next took me some time to digest.
We've examined this issue completely in this courtroom, and we do know it's possible for a man to be the father of one of two fraternal twins.
Hence, his claim is valid. Let's step back into the story. When she asked him to be in a relationship, he said that he was still in love with the mother of his other children. No, that's heartbreaking.
So when that time happened, I got upset and I started messing with another guy.
Okay, and this was after you were already intimate with Mr. Morris.
Yes, Your Honor.
In spite of seeing other guys and him being in love with someone else, they kept getting intimate. Let's go through her pregnancy story. She admits he was genuinely very happy. He boasts about things he did for her while she was pregnant, and you have to hear what Judge Lawrence says about it.
She hungry every day. I gotta feed her.
That's the least you could do.
He claims he was there for her the entire pregnancy and the birth.
Spent the next couple months inside the hospital. I was there every moment, every day. Outside of work, I was there, nursing them back to health.
He says one day he was at the grocery store and saw a paternity test and just got it back home without telling her. He tested himself and one of the twins for paternity, and what she reveals next is very unexpected.
Your Honor, he told me he don't even know which child he swabbed.
No, I don't know which child ended up being tested because they only tested one.
The results came back with 0% probability, but Judge Lawrence's response is somewhat savage.
But you do understand that you didn't even use the swabs right.
I would just hope, I don't know. Like I said, so.
No, you don't.
The judge further mocks him for not taking the test correctly and filing a court case just for a misleading test result. He has something to say to justify why he put it out on social media that one child isn't his.
I got a test done on the twins. They are not mine. And her response was, oh.
Oh!
He justifies it by saying he was very hurt, which was a reaction. But what Judge Lawrence addressed him as, there's nothing we love more than women supporting women.
At the time, I was more so hurt than.
You were being a drama king.
Yeah.
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 Because that's dramatic. Because the truth is, that's not just about you or her, that's about the babies.
After a lot of arguments and stupid, no-thought claims, we get to the results. And don't worry, this time they were done right. Starting with Paris Morris first.
Mr. Morris, you are not the father.
Miss Thorpe doesn't look so surprised about it, but let's get to the following result for London.
Mr. Morris, you are not the father.
A man claims the child support he's paid for a child that's not his has caused him and his family hardship. You need to listen to his claim yourself.
Miss Mr. Connor, you say a one-time fling with the defendant turned into more than 15 years of child support payments and even jail time for a child you have never believed is yours.
And all this for the child he never believed was his. On the other hand, Miss Wallace claims he knows he's the father, but isn't accepting it and wants him to pay for child support. That's from the parent side of the story. Let's also look into the child's side because, after all, he was the one who suffered.
Mr. Wallace, you say you trust your mother, but acknowledge Mr. Connor's recent actions have given you doubt.
When asked, Connor says that today's decision is important to him since he feels he's been through terrible injustice, and that has made his family suffer along with him. He further argues that he went to jail for something that isn't his. While he is whining about his problems, she is being an adult and says clearly that she isn't going to cry about it here.
It's not my
My
problem.
son Jeffrey had holes in his shoes and growing up going to school.
That's his dad's
Mama
fault.
had to, yeah.
That's his dad's
Yeah,
fault.
okay. Who is his father then?
You know, I don't.
What he adds further is unbelievable. Let's just hear it from Judge Lauren herself.
You're saying that you did start to have a sexual encounter,
Yeah.
but then at some point, Ms. Wallace, changed her mind, or
changed her mind.
She further adds to the claim.
she said she didn't want to do it,
Yeah, she changed her mind.
and you said fine because no is no.
Yeah.
He claims that was it. Things never happened, and it was just a one-time thing. But she obviously had to say someone else.
That's not true either.
What do you remember, Ms. Wallace?
I remember him and I being in a whole year relationship, and we had sex numerous of times, Your Honor. And he did know. Well, I got sick. How I found out that I was pregnant. I got sick. My mom taking me to my doctor's appointment, and that's when I found out I was 2 months pregnant.
She said she called him when she found out she was pregnant with his child. And after her son was born, she even took him to meet his father. But when he reached his house, his sister told her he was upstairs with another woman. He claims she trapped him in this, and the judge asked him what made him think that.
And why would she intentionally trap you?
At the time, I was doing pretty good. So I had a little BMW. We were young. Couple of them. I was watching them. I say, all of a sudden, here come the child support. I think maybe she thought I had a little money as well. Maybe.
Judge asked the kid if he remembers the first time he met his dad, and he says that he remembers one summer when he was 10. He went to spend time with Mr. Wallace's side of the family. He shares how once Mr. Wallace and his wife told him that he might not be his child. He called it an earth-shattering experience. He further adds something heartbreaking to hear.
When I hear them say, hey, I may not be his child, it got me thinking like, darn, my presence on this earth just made a negative impact on someone else's life.
Oh,
No.
And
no,
No.
honey.
Time to see the results.
Mr. Connor, you are not the father.
I already knew it. She committed a crime. She set me up. I knew this all the time.
It's a
What he said to his son was very unexpected, but pure.
And I just want to apologize first. Like, I know it's nothing that I've done.
You don't have to. You're
But
a great person.
thank
You're a
you.
very great person.
And it's just like,
I would have loved you to have been my son, but
Good day, everyone. Miss Foster, you claim you and your ex-boyfriend planned your pregnancy only to have him abandon you and deny paternity.
Miss Foster claims that she and her boyfriend planned to have a pregnancy, and later he denied being a father.
You want him to step up and take care of his daughter, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's listen to his side of the story, because the stories in this court are never that simple.
Mr. Jackson, you say Miss Foster cheated on you multiple times during your relationship, and there is no way you are Jakia's father.
I'll give you all a chance to take a wild guess where this young couple might have met, which led to such an event. If you haven't guessed up till now, it's social media. Now, what comes next is a bit messed up. She had her first child before a daughter with him. He took her and the first child to meet his mom. And not just that, he claimed it was his baby, knowing very well it wasn't. What she says next is exactly what I had in mind.
He was claiming my first child knowing she wasn't his baby, but then when we planned a baby, he doesn't deny this child at all.
He even told her something that she was so proud of.
He told me I was gonna be his baby's mother, because I'm the best mother in the world. That's why he said it.
Facts! Geez, the woman knows how to keep herself high above the ground. She doesn't even listen to him. Meanwhile, he claims that she used to come to his house, which she said was her brother, but she was actually sleeping with him. And not so surprisingly, she agrees. What he has to say next is wild.
Basically what the story was, she already came to my house pregnant by her so-called brother, you feel me? And it was like I mentioned it to her, you feel me? She used me for a place to
I
stay.
can't come nowhere pregnant.
All that.
After a lot of heated arguments and talking back to each other, it turns out she's asked to explain her pregnancy. She says she did not tell Jackson about the pregnancy, but called her brother, who wasn't the brother, and told him about it. Also, she is just 20 years old? Another teenage pregnancy, and we know they never end well.
My conception day said February 21st is when you were fertilized. You were still there, so.
She is so stupid that she tells the judge that she knows how the female reproductive system works, to which Judge Lauren gave yet another savage response.
Yeah,
I wish you would have known so much about what you was talking about that you would have known who your child's father was.
I mean, I would've, but
go ahead. Judge asked him what kind of relationship he has with the daughter, and the mother is so frustrated now that she shouts and says that he has no relationship with the daughter.
I'm like 4 hours away. I asked her, you feel me? I can go and get Jakaya. Oh no, you're not bringing her up there, woo woo. My girl ain't got nothing to do with that.
This girl of
If this my daughter, you feel me? Then why can't I be around her?
It kind of breaks my heart how teenage pregnancy leads to unsettled homes for the children.
So your
Who
thing-
even said I have to come
point
back to
is,
Chicago
I've
with
tried, but she doesn't want the baby around my new girl.
Basically.
So we haven't been able to establish
Basically.
a relationship.
They on the phone, best friends. Then the next day,
So
she
you
on the
have
bathroom.
never seen this baby in person
No.
in your life?
Judge Lauren makes it clear to him how he should have been there for the daughter. She is 18 months old, and he has never even seen her in person or hugged her.
This is the part that drives me crazy. Everybody know how to meet halfway to make a baby, but don't know how to meet halfway to come see the baby and establish a relationship with a parent.
So true. I admire Judge Lauren for speaking the blunt truth always. She further continued when Jackson interrupts her, and she got frustrated at him.
Everybody knows how to get together to make the baby. Where we gonna meet up? Where we gonna have sex? Where we going? No, don't talk when I'm talking.
After some back and forth argument, let's get to the results.
Mr. Jackson, you are not the father.
The worst part is that the mother laughed at the result. How immature could one be? Not just that, the baby's mother was arguing with the judge. And here we again see Judge Lauren giving life lessons to teenage parents.
Sometimes you just gotta say, like, you know what, ain't no shame in my game no more. I did what I did when I did it. And now I do need to think about who my child's father really is.
I mean,
and look at me when I'm talking to you, Miss Foster. That's okay to do. Nobody lives a perfect life, and you have been through a lot.
Did you guys notice what attitude she gave to the judge? We hope the kids get a better home and are being talked honestly about their biological father. Let us know in the comments which case left you with tears, and we'll see you guys in the next one.